So picture this. You are sitting on your couch, looking at a blank wall, and wondering if you really need to drop thousands of dollars on a massive, heavy piece of glass just to get a true cinematic experience at home. This is the new reality of portable entertainment. For the past week, I have been testing this tiny, matte black box sitting right here on my desk. It is an ultra-compact home theater projector that promises full HD 1080p support, and it hooks up to basically anything with a physical cable, whether that is your smartphone, a laptop, a streaming stick, or a gaming console. It makes you ask a fundamental question. Has budget projection tech finally advanced to the point where it can legitimately replace your traditional living room television? Let us find out. Now, if you have watched this channel for any length of time, you know I am an absolute sucker for massive displays. There is an unmatched level of immersion when a screen takes up your entire field of view. But historically, achieving that at home meant dealing with massive trade-offs. You either bought an incredibly expensive, fragile OLED panel, or you invested in a heavy, industrial-grade projector that required complex ceiling mounts, permanent wiring, and a dedicated sound system. This little device tries to completely rewrite that playbook. It is small enough to throw into a standard backpack, runs off a single power cord, and claims to deliver a theater-sized picture onto any flat surface you can find. Unboxing it, the first thing you notice is the weight. It feels surprisingly solid and dense for its footprint. It is not wrapped in premium aerospace aluminum, but it definitely does not feel like a cheap, hollow plastic toy either. The exterior features a textured utilitarian finish that does an excellent job of resisting oily fingerprints, which is crucial, because the whole point of a device like this is that you will be picking it up, adjusting it, and moving it from room to room constantly. Around the back, the layout is clean and minimal. You get one full-sized HDMI input, a standard USB port, and a dedicated 3.5mm audio jack. This is a strictly wired ecosystem. While that means you do not have to worry about erratic Bluetooth pairing drops or frustrating Wi-Fi transmission lag, it also means you will need to keep the right dongles or adapters handy if you plan on connecting a modern smartphone or tablet. But let us pivot to the actual performance, because execution is everything. I plugged in a standard streaming box, aimed the lens at a plain, unpainted white wall in the studio, and killed the lights. Honestly, first impressions are genuinely impressive. The image is remarkably sharp. When budget brands promise 1080p support, it often means the device can merely accept a high-definition input signal while downscaling the actual output to a lower native resolution. Here, text remains completely legible, colors are punchy enough for casual weekend movie nights, and the contrast holds up surprisingly well, provided you keep the environment completely dark. And that brings us to the inevitable caveat that comes with any projector setup. Ambient light is the absolute enemy. If you attempt to beam a movie in a sunlit living room at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the laws of physics win. The image will look completely washed out. But the moment the sun dips below the horizon or you pull down the blackout shades, the entire dynamic shifts. You are suddenly looking at a massive 100-inch canvas projected onto a blank wall for a tiny fraction of what a triple-digit television would cost. The built-in audio system gets loud enough to fill a small bedroom, though you will definitely want to route the audio out to a dedicated soundbar or a pair of headphones if you want that deep, physical cinematic rumble. The real killer feature here, though, is absolute spatial versatility. Because the chassis is so incredibly lightweight, I spent an evening angling the lens straight up at the ceiling while lying flat in bed. It completely changes how you consume media. You can carry it over to a friend's apartment, set up an impromptu backyard cinema for a summer gathering, or simply tuck it away in a desk drawer when you are finished. It completely eliminates the permanent, dominating footprint of a traditional television set. So, what is the ultimate verdict? Look, this is obviously not going to replace a master-tier, color-accurate studio monitor or a flagship gaming television pushing a native 120 Hz refresh rate. If you are a highly competitive console gamer demanding zero latency, or a creative professional who needs pixel-perfect HDR color grading, this class of hardware is not built for you. But if you want a highly capable, ultra-portable, and incredibly cost-effective way to throw a massive screen on the wall for movies, live sports, or casual gaming sessions, this thing punches way above its weight class. It strips the entire home theater concept down to its absolute functional essentials. Hi guys, if you want to buy this smart home video projector, portable home theater, HD 1080p support, wired connection, compatible with mobile phone /USB/TV box /computer /laptop, then please visit the link provided in the description. The direct link is sitting right down below, so go ahead and click through to check out the current pricing and regional availability. Let me know in the comments section if you would ever consider swapping out your main display for a portable setup like this, or if you are strictly holding onto your traditional living room TV. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.